Hello everybody, I am Sarah Banks from Banks' Business Solutions, and today I want to talk about reviewing your business finances. Now, the tax return deadline has just passed, and I'd love to know in the comments whether you were rushing around to get things done or if you were sat back watching everybody else because you sorted yours out months ago. I don't think there is a right or wrong here. I know a lot of business owners do struggle to keep on top of their finances because it's one of those jobs that always gets put off and put to the bottom of the list. So what I want to do today was share with you what I do in order to stay on top of my finances, keep my cash flow moving as it needs to, and how I review my expenses on a regular basis, in the hope that it will give you some tips so that if you were one of those people rushing around this year, you can be more organised for next year's tax return. So, first thing is that every month I block out an afternoon in my diary as a meeting with myself to do my finances. It normally takes me around about 2 hours, depending on what I've got going on that month, what things have come in, and how deep a review I need to do. So the first thing that I do is I invoice my clients. That to me is number one priority. It's really important because if I don't get the invoices to them, they can't pay me and therefore I don't have any money coming in. I then look at my bills and make sure that everything's paid that needs to be. I do that on a regular basis as well because when a bill comes in, I set myself a task to make sure that I pay it within 5 days of the deadline for that. But I check that there's nothing else that I've missed. Have a look at what's coming up. I tend to pay annually for a lot of my subscriptions because it saves me money, but I also need to make sure that the money is there each month to pay for those things if I've got an annual bill coming. So I have a look at what's coming up. I also have a look at what I'm actually paying for. Double check that there's nothing that I'm paying for that I'm no longer using. And if there is, make sure that I get that cancelled off. I then pay myself, so I transfer some money into myself each month as my salary. And I don't like to think of it as a salary because I'm not an employee, but I find it easier to manage my personal finances by paying myself a set amount every month. And I also transfer a certain amount of money into my tax savings every month so that then when I do have my bill from the taxman, I know that I've got the money there to pay it. I then have a look at my income, my profit, see if there's any trends going on, if there's any concerns that I need to have a look at. So, for example, if my profit is going down and my income's going down, then I obviously know that I need to be looking to get some more clients in. If my expenses are a lot higher than my income, then I need to be finding ways to reduce my expenses. So in an ideal world, income and profit should both be going up, but it's always worth reviewing that and seeing what's going on. So I do that, and as I said, some months that takes longer than others. I then make sure that all of my clients have actually paid me, and if there are any issues with client payments, I will get in touch with them to find out if there's something we need to do to discuss what the best steps are for the way forward to make sure that I do get that money in. And then the final thing I do is reconcile my bank account, and I do that monthly so that I'm on top of it. And at the same time, I make sure that any household bills are saved into my accounts folder. So when it comes to tax return, I've got those there and ready to go. So it sounds like a lot of work, but it's actually an afternoon a month. So it's not a huge amount. And by doing that, what I find is that come May, June every year, probably closer to June, July actually, because of waiting to finally reconcile the bank account from payments coming in, I have my tax return already, all my accounts are ready to then send off to my accountant. So I know that I'm sorted out way ahead of the deadline and I'm not rushing around and racing around to try and get everything done. So I hope that those tips have helped. And my challenge to you is to set yourself aside an afternoon, starting from February, to go and do this and then let me know how you get on. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you for watching and I hope you'll join me on another video again soon. Bye for now.